Should you still travel in this economy? Ang mahal ng gas, ang mahal ng mga bilihin. So naturally, mahal din talaga mag-travel. And then here you are planning your itinerary for your upcoming trip. Recently kasi umuwi yung kapatid ko galing abroad and ngayon na lang ulit kami nabuo after so many years. And ang means namin to celebrate that is to travel. Siyempre, since nagta-travel kami, gumagastos kami sa transportation, sa accommodation, sa pagkain. So since ako yung naka-assign sa booking, sa itinerary, I can't help but think kung justifiable pa ba na gumastos sa travel in this economy. Kasi on one hand, you want to rest, you want to enjoy your time with your family, and you want to experience things. Pero on the other hand, ang hirap i-justify na gumastos, lalo na pag nakikita mo kung gaano kamahal yung mga bilihin. And here's my honest take, travel is not irresponsible if you're doing it responsibly. Kailangan lang natin ng middle ground in a sense na ma-enjoy mo pa rin yung travel mo, pwede mo pa rin ituloy yung mga bookings, tours, and trips na nabook mo in advance. At the same time, maging intentional pa rin sa paggastos mo. Kasi the truth is, rest, joy, new experiences, these things matter, especially right now na ang daming negativity na nangyayari sa paligid natin. So yes, travel is okay, pero it has to be intentional. And that's what this video is all about. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and in this channel, I talk about personal finance and frugal living. For today's video, let's talk about mindful travel tips that you can use so you can still enjoy your upcoming trips without feeling like you're making bad financial decisions. Thanks to Saley for sponsoring today's video. More about them in a bit. Number one is to define your non-negotiables. Before I book anything, I ask myself, what actually makes this trip worth it for me? Because not everything deserves your time and your money. For example, nung nagre-research ako para sa family trip namin sa Taiwan, I was watching a lot of videos, TikToks, vlogs, recommendations, guides, and naturally, ang dami kong nakuhang tips and tricks kung saan magandang pumunta, saan maganda kumain, anong activities ang family-friendly. And I ended up having 30 to 40 places and activities na gusto kong gawin for this trip. Siyempre, hindi siya feasible for us kasi we have limited time and limited budget din lang, which means I had to narrow down that list. This time, since we are traveling as a family, ang focus lang talaga namin is ma-visit yung theme park, makita yung Jufen Old Street, and yung flower garden. Kung nag-travel siguro ako solo, I would probably end up cafe hopping sa Taiwan or visiting different shopping districts. But that's not the priority for this trip. So kahit na wala kaming masyadong na-visit na cafes or hindi kami masyado nakapag-shopping, okay lang yun for me kasi hindi yun yung priority. Mindful travel kasi starts with clarity. Because when you know kung ano talaga yung priority or importante para sa trip na yon, it's easier for you to say no. So before booking anything, I always do this. Nililista ko muna yung negotiables and non-negotiables ko. Kasi usually, di ba, kapag nasa research phase tayo para sa upcoming trip natin, overwhelming yung number of recommendations na nakukuha natin sa sobrang dami ng available content na meron right now. So, for me, yun yung naging process ko para mas madali sa akin na in-narrow down yung list ko. Number 2, stop copying other people's itinerary, lalo na kung hindi kayo magkapareho ng budget range. This one saved me a lot of money kasi nung nasa 20s ako, I do this a lot. Manonood ako ng mga vlogs and then itatry ko lahat ng pinuntahan ng vlogger na yun. Kakainan ko lahat ng restaurant na visit niya to the point na sobrang packed na nung days ko. Kasi usually naman, since budget traveler ako, limited lang yung oras ko dun sa place na yon. So, itatry ko lahat, squeeze in a day to the point na hindi talaga ako nakakapagpahinga. Yung rest ko, pagbalik ko na ng Maynila, which is actually counterproductive, diba? Now, bago ko i-finalize yung itinerary ko, I asked myself, do I actually want to do this? Do I actually want to visit this place, try this restaurant? Or am I just doing this kasi trending siya? Or na-recommend siya nung vlogger na pinapanood ko. Kasi again, not everything viral is worth your time and money. So much better na gamitin mo lang itong mga videos na to as a guide pero maggawa ka pa rin ng sarili mong itinerary. Kasi at the end of the day, mas maganda kung customized siya sa kung ano yung priority mo talaga, ano yung oras na meron ka lang, at kung ano yung budget range mo. Mapapansin mo din na some of your favorite travel moments ay hindi naman talaga yung mga places na pinuntahan mo dahil viral or yung pinakamahal na activity na tinry mo. Some of my favorite travel moments abroad were walking around without a plan, sitting in a random cafe, observing everyday life. And you know what? Most of these things completely for free. Wala kang kailangan gastusin. It also applies to small things we don't really think about like data. I used to just figure it out when I landed. Magko-connect ako sa airport wifi, magko-compare ako ng SIM cards dun sa mismong kiosk, or worse, sometimes I even switch on roaming just to see kung ano yung best option for me when it comes to data. And these small decisions, they seem harmless pero they add up. Kasi usually, sayang yung oras mo sa airport. At the same time, sayang din yung pera mo kasi you usually end up buying the more expensive option dahil nagmamadali ka. So now, I try to be more intentional with that part of my trip too.
Recently, I've been using Saily, who's kindly sponsoring today's video. It's an eSIM app that lets you set up your data before you even leave.
So when you land, you're already connected, no lining up, no overthinking, no last-minute decisions. And I like that you can just choose a plan based on what you actually need. That way, you're not overpaying for something that you won't fully use. They also have multiple plans that work in over 200 destinations. It's such a small shift, pero it makes the whole experience feel smoother kasi syempre, di ba, paglapag natin dun sa destination natin, ang dami natin kailangan gawin. Kailangan natin kunin yung luggage, kailangan nating isipin yung immigration, kailangan nating mag-withdraw. So at least mababawasan na siya ng isa dahil connected ka na. You already have your data plan. And that to me was super helpful nung nasa Taiwan kami kasi ako yung nagli-lead ng grupo namin. So kahit papano, hindi na ako nag-worry about my connection kasi meron na akong data plan. And ginamit ko na lang yung hotspot ko para makakonect din sa akin yung sisters ko. That way, matulungan nila ako mag-navigate dun sa buong trip. Like you're not reacting to things kasi you're already prepared. And that to me is what mindful travel really looks like. If you want to try it, you can get 15% off Saily data plans using my code JaneR.
Just visit saily.com/JaneR to get started.
I will also leave links in the description box below and pinned comments, so feel free to check them out. Number 3 is to slow down. After years of traveling abroad at kahit dito sa Pilipinas, na-realize ko that the faster you travel, the more you spend. Kasi ibig sabihin, kapag mas mabilis yung travel mo, mas madami kang gustong puntahan, more transport, more food spots, and more entrance fees. Before, I used to try to fit everything in sa isang itinerary kasi gusto kong masabi na sulit yung punta ko. Napuntahan ko lahat ng gusto kong makita na places, food na gusto kong matry. Pero at the end of the day, hindi ko naman talaga sila na-enjoy kasi minamadali ko silang lahat. Masabi lang na meron akong picture doon or meron akong na-post sa Instagram. Now I slow down. I stay longer in one place. I walk more. I just give myself space to enjoy, to take it all in. Hindi naman kailangan bawat galaw para sa content, para sa videos, para sa Instagram. Pwede namang enjoy mo lang siya. And ironically, kapag ganun yung strategy mo, it's less exhausting, less expensive, and more meaningful. Next, be intentional with food. Food is one of the biggest travel expenses, especially kapag hindi natin siya pinaplano. It's actually nice to eat out every meal kasi mas madami kang food na matatry, mas madami kang experiences na masusulit. Ang exciting nga naman na mag-eat out every meal, lalo na kapag nasa abroad ka, gusto mong matry yung culture nila, yung cuisine nila, pero at the same time, mas mahal talaga siya. Now, I balance it. Ang ginagawa ko usually for breakfast, kapag kasama na siya sa accommodation, syempre susulitin namin yun. Kung pwede pang magbaon para sa merienda, gagawin namin. Pero kung hindi pa, okay na kami sa convenience store finds for breakfast or bibili kami sa local bakeries. Now, when it comes to lunch, dyan kami usually kumakain sa labas dahil syempre you're already out and about. Usually may mga restaurants ka na gustong itry since nasa labas ka na din lang, might as well daanan mo sila. So, we eat out during lunch. For dinner naman, depende sa kung ano yung naging takbo nung araw namin. Kung sobrang pagod at gutom, syempre kakain kami sa labas. Pero simple meals na lang, nothing fancy. May times din naman na ini-interchange namin. Minsan, simple lang yung lunch namin and then sa dinner kami babawi. It's not about depriving yourself na every kain yun na lang doon naka-convenience store finds kayo. What we want lang is not to treat every meal like a splurge. Kasi when everything is special, nothing feels special. So okay na yung may balance kahit papano. Okay na yung hindi masyadong exciting yung breakfast, pero exciting yung lunch, tapos chill lang yung dinner. Next is to detach from I deserve it spending. Ang dali mag-yes sa mga temptation kapag nagde-travel ka kasi syempre feeling mo it's time for you to unwind, to relax, to chill. So deserve mo lahat ng conveniences na meron sa paligid mo or new things that you want to try. So you say yes to everything like extra dessert, random shopping, upgrades that you don't really need. And then after the trip, saka mo na lang siya i-regret, saka mo na lang siya poproblemahin. Ang resolution ko dito is to think about it. Huwag mong i-rush yung decision sa pag-spend ng money. Ask yourself, okay lang ba sa akin ng gumastos ng ganito kalaking halaga even after this trip? Pag uwi ko ba, wala akong regrets? If the answer is no, it's not okay to spend that amount of money, and yes, possible na may regret, then I highly recommend that you just skip it. Lastly is to plan just enough. Overplanning creates pressure to spend. Kapag pinlano mo every hour of your trip, you feel like you have to follow through because you already booked it, you already paid for it, or you feel like you'll miss out if you don't. So kahit na you're tired, you're not in the mood, you don't feel like going, you still have to go dahil nakaplano na lahat. And most of the time, that actually leads to spending more than you actually need to. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na mag-underplan ka. Hindi rin naman maganda yon at mapapagastos ka din doon. So magstay lang tayo dun sa middle. So here are the things that I actually plan for whenever we travel. First, syempre, is yung accommodation. Number 2, yung activities that we genuinely want to do. And a rough daily budget that will serve as my guide kung nag-overspend na ba ako or hindi. Mindful travel really changed my relationship with money kapag nagta-travel ako. Especially right now, I think mas kailangan natin itong balanse na to kasi I know karamihan sa atin nakapag-book na ng trip last year, hindi naman natin pinapredict na may mga ganitong mangyayari. For me, okay lang na mag-travel basta within your means and basta intentional ka sa paggastos. That way, wala tayong regrets right after. So there you have it. If you have any questions about mindful travel, let me know in the comment section below. Again, if you're planning any upcoming international trip soon, feel free to check out this link or download the app to get 15% off Saily data plans using my code JaneR. I will leave links in the description box below and pinned comments, so feel free to check them out. That's it for today. Ciao!